So welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Master League as we're going to be trying out a Master League team with a slightly under level, or it is under level Rhyperior, but the concept of the team works as well. Here we're going to see the Hydreigon come in and we're going to use our Metagross for it, as we are going to be able to chunk away with our fast moves. You can see we can shield here, or we let it go. We decided to let it go. We survived the brutal swing. They do have double, so that's why we didn't need to shield right there. They are going to be able to take us out, and then we're going to come back in here with the Gyarados. Gyarados here doesn't have to shield because it's going to be able to survive most of the moves. We are going to be able to farm down, and now we see the Dialga come in, but then they counter swap into the Xerneas. Xerneas here is going to be interesting. We're going to have to go for this rock wrecker here. A huge rock wrecker goes through, and now we have got this so low that we should be able to farm down. Close combat does get used. It does debuff. Unfortunately, the Mustap going through does not KO after the debuff, and now we finally get the debuff. And then now we have the Dialga versus this Rhyperior matchup. This is going to be good for us, as we should be able to get to another breaking swipe here. Breaking Swipe will apply the pressure towards this Dialga. It does not get the debuff, but we're going to switch out immediately into the Gyarados to apply the pressure. We go for the crunch, and then we get the debuff, and that's going to allow us to force them to use some energy here. They're going to use the Iron Head, and we're going to go back into here with the Rhyperior, and we should be able to farm down. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the combination of the Rhyperior and the Gyarados. So running this team here with the core of Gyarados and Rhyperior. Rhyperior is under-leveled, but it is the best I can do right now. And then the Metagross. So kind of a budget team. The Metagross is probably the hardest thing to get fully maxed out, but let's see what we find here. We got the Gyarados, which is a Dragon Knight. This is okay. We're going to stay in for now. We're at least dealing super effective fast move damage, so we do grab a shield. And then we're going to switch out here into the Metagross, and we should be able to tank all the moves here. Let's see what they have in the back. Super Power and Dip is their strategy. Makes sense. Okay, so here the Metagross that we're running is running Psychic to do a little bit better with the Ho-Ohs, but unfortunately for this matchup, they were going for the Mirror, so we don't have the Earthquake. So our opponent here does get us taken out, and then we're going to come back in here with the Rhyperior. Rhyperior here is looking for the farm down. We have to shield this Meteor Mash. It's going to be super effective, so we do get the farm down. And now we see the Dragonite come back in, so we can go and throw this breaking swipe. It does get it low enough for potential farm down, but they switch out into their Togekiss. We're going to go for the Rock Wrecker, and they do shield it. So unfortunately, unable to get the Rock Wrecker off, and we're not going to have enough health or energy to take out this Togekiss. So a little bit unfortunate. Ended up being the Togekiss in the back, especially since our Metagross was already being used to deal with their own Metagross and their Dragonite. Okay, Gyarados versus the Groudon here, fantastically. They switch into their Dialga, and we're going to use our Metagross here, even though we don't have Earthquake, but we are going to be resisting these fast moves and charge moves at least. We're building up a ton of energy. We're going for this Meteor Mash bait. We're trying to get some shields out of this situation. Okay, we do get a shield, which is great news. And then we're just going to continue spamming the Meteor Mash, as the Metagross has already done his job. We already have gotten one shield, and we're looking to try to get another move. Unfortunately, unable to. So we're going to have to come in here with the Gyarados, and we do decide to shield here. Potential Draco. There's the Draco, so we did shield the correct move. We're looking for the farm down. No farm down. However, they are going to be able to reach another move. Iron Head does get used, but it's already debuffed, so it doesn't hurt that bad. And then we see the Metagross in the back, which is not good news for their for this Rhyperior. This Rhyperior is taking super effective fast moves, but we're also doing super effective fast move as well. Meteor Mash does get used, and then we're going to use our Rhyperior to try to debuff them with this breaking swipe. At this point, we're just trying to use enough time here to switch out of this situation, as the switch timer is almost up. Going for another breaking swipe here to get them into the low yellow, and we're going to switch out into the Gyarados immediately. We should be able to resist all the moves, and that is indeed the case. They're running the Fire Punch version. Fire Punch is going to be resisted, and then we see the Metagross come back in here. We're going to fire off a move. We need to get a shield out of this situation. We do grab that shield, and then we're going to be able to reach this crunch here. This crunch should be able to take out this Metagross, yes, from that range, and now we are in a fantastic situation. That Groudon has no chance to beat our Gyarados. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game, kind of wiggling out of that situation versus that Dialga. So Dialga versus the Metagross was the key, grabbing the shield and getting it low enough so that we can farm down. Alright, Necrozma here is going to be kind of difficult to deal with. We're going to have to stay in here with our Gyarados, as Necrozma is going to be pretty decent against our entire team. Crunch does go through. We get the debuff, which is great news. They go for the Dark Pulse. That's fine. This Dark Pulse here will take us out, and that's as good as it's going to get. So we're going to go into a Rhyperior here and try to get a good farm down. We're going to invest the shield here because we think that this Rhyperior is going to be the key to win. Trying to get the full farm down, and that's exactly what we do. Let's see what they have in the back here. Ends up being the Groudon. So Groudon here is going to be kind of difficult to deal with. We do get the debuff on our first breaking swipe, so that helps the cause. Trying to go for another breaking swipe after one fast move. It does get this Groudon into the low yellow already, so no matter what, this Rhyperior has done his job. We force him to use some energy. There's the blades, and then we see the Dragonite lurking in the back, so at least we have a fighting chance here. Trying to build up the two Meteor Mashes. First Meteor Mash does get thrown. This is going to get the shield or get the KO. Okay, they decide to shield it. And here we have a decision. Are we going to shield or let this go? We're going to shield here because it's potential superpower. And that's exactly what they go for. We're going to go for this Meteor Mash immediately, take it out immediately. And now we're looking for the farm down. Yes, we get the farm down. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Meteor Mash and the Metagross. So the big core of the team is the Gyarados and the Rhyperior. And the Generalist, the Sage Swap, is the Metagross. You could run Earthquake, but we're just running Psychic right now to try it out. It's a little bit better neutrally. Here, we're going to have to probably just play this out because this Primarina is going to be pretty decent against our Rhyperior. And okay, our opponent does end up going for the Disarming Voice. Now we have to come in here with a Metagross. This Metagross here is going to try to take out this Primarina immediately because they could still get to a Hydro Cannon. And then you can see right there, they are going to have the Alga origin form and the Necrozma. So this switch out here is favorable for us because we're doing super effective fast move damage. Plus, we have the potential to get to the breaking swipes. So this is really good for us here. Applying a lot of pressure. This is a no-brainer on shielding this Iron Head, and then we're looking for the farm down. We do get the farm down, so that's great news. And now we're going to see this Necrozma here. All the moves are the charge moves are resisted, so we're just going to go for this breaking swipe. We do get the debuff, and that is really good for us, as this is going to help us get to another move. Here, we're going to throw another breaking swipe. It forces them to use a shield, and then we take that extra Mud Slap energy. Here, we're going to have to let the first one go because they are double debuff at this point. You can see Dark Pulse is going to be reduced, and they need to get to 2 more Dark Pulses as we do have another shield, and they are going to be taken out right here with the Meteor Mash. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Metagross there, coming in clutch and able to win the game. So check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.